Welcome to the YouTube channel PCMB Tutorials. Today we are going to learn class 9 subject physics chapter friction, and this is our part 5. In this part we are going to learn many things and the final things about friction, because this is our final part of this chapter friction, as this chapter is not so lengthy and not so difficult. तो शुरू करते हैं where we stopped. Friction, the cause of motion. Friction, the cause of motion. हम वॉकिंग करते, साइकिलिंग करते, वो सारे चीजें फ्रिक्शन की वजह से ही होते. Though friction opposes motion in certain cases, friction also is also the cause of motion. फ्रिक्शन के वजह से भी मोशन होता है. For example, in case of walking, when a person pushes a ground backward, the rough surface of the ground reacts and exerts a forward force due to friction, which causes the motion. If there is no friction, then the person would sleep and will not be able to proceed. Hence, friction is the cause of motion. Second example is cycling. Of course, the rear wheel moves by the force applied to it by pedaling, while the front wheel moves by itself. Force of friction on the rear wheel is in the forward direction, as front wheel moves by itself. The force of friction on the front wheel is in the backward direction. However, when pedaling is stopped, both the wheels move by themselves. So, the force of friction on both the wheels is in the backward direction. Hence, frictional force causes motion. Now, control of friction. How can we control friction? The friction can be minimized by adopting some method. Some of the methods are: first is use of lubricants. Use of lubricants. By using lubricants in machinery parts, friction can also be reduced. Now, example, we use oil or grease on the surfaces of machinery parts to reduce friction. Definition is that the material used between the surfaces in contact to reduce friction is known as lubricant. We can use boric powder, barrel of the gun, because when friction decreases with smoothness, hence the barrel of the gun is made so smooth within. Second is use of ball bearings. Use of ball bearings. Ball bearings or rollers are used in machines to reduce friction. Example, the free wheels of cycles, the shaft of motor and dynamos are provided with ball bearings. Third is polishing. Polishing or oiling. Polishing. Friction can be reduced by polishing the surfaces. But in fact, while polishing, it also causes a lot of friction. But after polishing a surface, the surface will produce less friction. Fourth is by rubbing surfaces of different materials. By rubbing surfaces of different materials. Example, machine bearings are made up of bronze and the rotating shafts are made up of steel. Now, one more interesting it is that methods, ways of increasing friction. Ways of increasing friction by making dry surfaces, by making dry surfaces, for example, on rainy day we throw some sand on the slippery wet ground. This increases friction between our feet and the ground. The chance of slipping is reduced. Second, by making surface rough. By making surface rough. For instance, the sole of shoes are made rough because it may not slip suddenly. Similarly, tires are made with grooves for roughness. Proper threading of the tires also increase force of friction between the tires and the road. By increasing the weight of the moving body, friction can be increased. If weight increases, reaction also increases, and hence force of the friction also increases. Third is by increasing the weight of the body. Increasing the weight of the body. By increasing the weight of the moving body, friction can be increased. If weight increases, its reaction also increases, and hence force of friction also increases. Now, there is an interesting thing about friction and badminton. It is a common observation that a badminton player or a tennis player shuffles their shoes. This is because the badminton courts are generally highly polished and slippery. The resin sticks into soles and increases friction, which prevents slipping. Automobile tires made rough. The surface of automobile tire is made rough so as to provide a firm grip between the tires and the road and also help against needing skidding. It also provides the necessary reaction of the ground which helps the wheel to move in forward direction. I hope you've understood till this. At this point, we end our chapter friction. I hope you've understood till this. For any queries and doubt, please join the Telegram link given in the description of this video. Like this is the foundation of class 9th, we've covered the foundation of class 8th and 7th too. The links are given in the description, please go and check through it. I hope you've understood till this. Thank you for watching. At this point, we've covered the whole chapter of friction. Let us meet in another part with another subject in class 9th or another chapter. I hope you have understood till this. Thank you for watching.